Welcome back to the Academy of Historical Fencing and some more content on the Lantern Shield. Now this is an absolutely fascinating piece of weaponry. We've covered this a few times in other videos, and at some point I will make a more complete video with a lot more of a breakdown, but I thought you'd like to see some more footage of it. And in this case we're going to pair the Lantern Shield and sword against a sword and shield, and actually this is a combination which is a bit tougher for it to face, because typically the Lantern Shield you'd expect to be used by, say, probably a bodyguard or something like that. You're not likely to have to face something like a sword and shield. That's actually a tough challenge for the Lantern Shield. But it holds up really, really well. You're going to see how it fares here. It's worth pointing out that the name itself, Lantern Shield, is because originally the shield was designed to carry a lantern. And that's so that you at night can carry both a shield and a lantern. You don't have to compromise by carrying only one. But over time, certain examples gained a lot of extra weaponry, as this example. So mine, based on this version of the famous Lantern Shield seen in a museum in Vienna, and is truly epic. And the interesting thing about this example is that most people look at it and think that it's mostly a kind of an offensive weapon, but in our experiences it's actually much more defensive. And that's because the additional blades that it has allow you to operate as kind of a short sword and a shield at the same time, so you get a lot more coverage in terms of the reach and angles that the blades provide. In terms of striking with it, you'll see the odd strike with it, but it's not. I don't think it's really the intention. I think all the blades are there as, well, realistically a deterrent, which is obviously useful, and also trapping ability. So I think its ability to strike is far less common, but still useful. Now, of course, the nature of carrying a lantern means that you could actually use it at night and potentially use the lantern for blinding effects. And some of the later lantern shields, like this example in Vienna, the lamp actually is directional, so that the shield user is basically hidden within darkness, and your opponents are going to be lit up. And that's something that we've practiced a little bit with the dark lanterns, and that's really interesting. But that's for a different video, because here we're just considering the offensive and defensive elements of the lantern shield itself. And of course, if you're carrying one of these day to day, you might have to use it at night, you might have to use it at day, so realistically we're considering here the use of it as a weapon in daytime. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is always a fun weapon to use, and we'll cover it a lot more in the future.